Historically, relations haven't been great between the US Big Three airlines, American, Delta, and United, and the Middle East Big Three, Emirates, Etihad, and Qatar. As you may know, the US Big Three airlines, in addition to some airlines from Europe, time and time again have accused the Middle East Big Three of operating at an unfair advantage thanks to these airlines receiving huge subsidies from their respective governments. In fact, this issue escalated so far as to prompt the airline in focus today, American Airlines, to end their codeshare agreements with Etihad Airways and Qatar Airways back in 2017. But fast forward to the present and it seems like things have slightly calmed down a bit. American Airlines recently renewed their codeshare with Qatar Airways back in 2020, and just a few weeks ago launched a brand new route that is set to strengthen their partnership with Qatar Airways even more. American Airlines recently launched new nonstop service between New York JFK and Doha back on June 4th. The new service to Doha is especially significant as it marks the first time in American Airlines history that they're operating a nonstop route to the Gulf region. American is the only one of the US Big Three never to have ever served the Gulf region on regular passenger service. United Airlines previously served Doha and Dubai from Washington Dulles. However, the carrier ended Doha service in 2014 and then Dubai in 2016. Delta Airlines also served Dubai nonstop from Atlanta. However, this route ended in 2015. United and Delta both claimed that the emergence of heavily subsidized Middle Eastern carriers in the United States led to unfair competition, ultimately leading them to axe their Gulf routes. Shifting our attention back to American Airlines, their new Doha service is operated daily by the airline's flagship aircraft, the Boeing 777-300ER. Flight AA120 departs JFK every night at 12:55 a.m., and after a roughly 12-hour flight touches down in Doha that same day around 9 p.m. local time. The aircraft spends about 4.5 hours on the ground, then operates flight AA121 departing Doha at 1:35 a.m. and arriving back in JFK that same day at 8:45 a.m. local time. American Airlines says that their main motive for starting this new service was to boost their partnership with fellow Oneworld Alliance member Qatar Airways. However, there could also be another underlying reason for this new service beginning, and Nonstop Dan mentioned this in a fantastic video he made back in January, which I will link above. If you haven't seen this video yet, be sure to check it out along with his other analysis videos, and I can confidently tell you that they are pretty addicting. So what is this other quote-unquote underlying reason that I'm hinting at? Well, you might be aware of the fact that Qatar Airways has been dealing with a significant aircraft shortage lately, which relates to alleged fuselage paint issues affecting their A350 fleet. This has forced the airline to ground a significant number of A350s, and currently that number stands at 27 planes, basically half of their entire A350 fleet. Qatar Airways currently has a fleet of 233 active airplanes, which is great, but missing 27 Airbus A350s gives them a huge capacity void, especially on the long-haul side of things. The airline needed to find a way to maintain regular service to all of its destinations in spite of battling such a significant shortage. So to cope with this issue, they've leased a few aircraft from other airlines and also reactivated previously grounded airplanes. Not only this, but they've also allowed some of their partner airlines to take over certain routes, and Dan mentions this in his video as well. So far, here are some, if not all, of the partner airlines that Qatar Airways has currently outsourced their flights to. The route between Kigali, Rwanda and Doha has now been fully taken over by Rwanda Air, the flag carrier of Rwanda, which Qatar Airways has a 49% stake in. Last year, Qatar Airways began serving Toronto, Canada. Just months after starting that route, the airline quietly handed it over to their codeshare partner Air Canada, who now operate between Toronto and Doha 5 times per week. Another example is one of 2 daily flights between London Gatwick and Doha that is now operated by British Airways, a fellow Oneworld Alliance partner airline. And just a few weeks ago, Malaysia Airlines, another Oneworld partner, launched new service between Kuala Lumpur and Doha. Much like the British Airways example, this new service replaced one of 2 daily flights to KL operated by Qatar Airways. The recent trend Qatar Airways has been following with handing over certain routes to partner airlines applies perfectly with this new American Airlines service. In fact, if you search up flights between Doha and JFK on Flightradar 24, you will see that Qatar Airways operated 3 regular services to JFK. Ever since American Airlines began operating this route on June 4th, Qatar Airways have canceled Flight 703 from Doha to JFK and Flight 706 from JFK to Doha. So there you go. In addition to boosting connectivity with the huge network currently offered by Qatar Airways, it's reasonable to conclude that American Airlines' new service to Doha also began as a means of alleviating the troubles currently facing Qatar Airways' fleet. I hope this route does well and sticks around, even after Qatar Airways manages to resolve their fleet issues a few years down the line. And by fleet issues, I'm specifically referring to the A350 issues. It's not like their entire fleet is plagued with issues, because it's not. American chose a great time to start this route, as demand to Qatar will be huge later this year, with the 2022 FIFA World Cup being held there this winter. Hopefully American will continue to draw in a fair amount of passengers on this route, not just during the World Cup timeframe, but afterwards as well. What do you think of American Airlines' newest long-haul route, and how do you think it will perform? Let me know in the comments below. As always, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and comment with any feedback. Also, if you're new to my channel, please don't forget to subscribe, as we are right on the home stretch for 20,000 subscribers. And I'd love to see this channel hit that milestone before its 10th anniversary on August 15th. Well, that's all for today, folks. Take care, and I'll see you next time.